So, today's video is about this wireless headphone right here. I'm going to talk about this wireless headphone and why it was a waste of money. So, do not purchase this wireless headphone. Just in case you're looking to buy a wireless headphone, because there's a lot of wireless headphones going about right now. It's a crazy thing that's blowing up on the internet, and a lot of wireless headphones are being released right now. Don't buy it from the Atrio, because that's where I saw the advert from. The Atrio, this headphone right here is from the Atrio, and that's a company in, I think it's Germany or America, something like that. They produce this headphone, so do not buy this one because you have to charge it every single time. So if you want to buy a wireless headphone, buy the ones where it has a pack, like a box that you put it in, and inside that box is a charger. So every time you listen to your headphones for 3 or 4 hours and it needs to get charged again, you put it inside the box and then it charges about 4 or 5 times. The headphone charges 4 or 5 times, and you can just walk around with it and keep putting it in your ear and listening to music, if just in case you're thinking of buying a wireless headphone. So that's what I recommend. Just buy a wireless headphone where it's in a box, and the box charges the headphones as well. So that's just in case you want to get a headphone and listen to your music on the go. So wireless headphones are quite a good idea. I think they're quite a good idea. I've changed my mind about wireless headphones now. I think I made a stupid purchase. I just clicked buy because it looked like the advert looked really good. You know, it looked really good. So I just thought, yeah, I need one of those, but I don't really need one of those. I'm not looking to buy a wireless headphone, so I'm just going to return that headphone that I got right there, get my money back, and not worry about the wireless headphones again. So I bought this wireless headphone from Instagram. There was an advert on Instagram, and I just purchased it from advert from Instagram, and it looked like a good headphone. It's waterproof. You can answer your phone calls on this as well, and it's a pretty little blue thing like this. Let me show you again. It's got earbud like that. Let focus in. Is it gonna focus? There you go. There's a focus. So it's a pretty little thing like this, earphone like this, and the button to play and stop is at the top right here. It looks like a pretty decent little headphone, but the thing about this is they gave me one earbud. So where's the second one? You know, they gave me one earbud, which means that if I want to have 2 earbuds, I will need to link it to the second earbud and buy a second earbud, which is another £25. So this already costs £25. The second earbud is going to cost another £25. So that's £50 to get 2 earbuds. So this is a complete waste of money, and I'm not spending £50 for this earbud, particularly because you have to charge it in by sticking a plug into here, and charging it for 2 hours to get 3-4 hours of worth of playback. So this isn't a good way to charge the earbud to get. So Instagram advert, be careful of those Instagram adverts, because anyone with a bit of cash, like £10 cash, can put on an advert and sell you a product, you know, with a good video. So be careful of those Instagram adverts. Also be careful of eBay, because eBay, I bought a couple of things from there where the product is not good and I've had to return it. So even though I'm saying be careful of buying things on Instagram and eBay, you can always return the product and get your refund. But you know, it's just a bit of a hassle having to return it. You know, who knows who's paying for the postage fees? Don't know who's paying for the postage fees. So Instagram adverts, even though I do click on them, you have to be careful with them, just like eBay. The upside to my week is I've opened a brand new bank account, which means I have 3 bank accounts now. I have one bank account which my direct debits go out of, and where my income comes in from. So my income goes into that bank account and my direct debits go straight out. And then I put some of that money into my spending account. So that's the account that I use to walk around with and spend cash on. And I have one account where I put put away a bit of money so I don't touch that money and I keep money saving up. So I'm telling you these things about my bank account because I've figured out that having 3 bank accounts helps me save up money a lot more than having 1 bank account or even 2 bank accounts. So that's a piece of advice that I'm giving you today, and that's what I've learned from this week. Basically, have 3 bank accounts because it helps you save up a lot of money. Particularly this bank account that I open is called Starling Bank account. Now I'm gonna walk you through the Starling Bank account right now, so you can see how great this bank account is. And why you should open a Starling Bank account as well. Even if you're from another country, I think you can still open a bank account from Starling and try it out. And if not, I think there's going to be one opening up in your country soon. These new bank accounts that they're coming up with are spreading throughout the scene right now. There's quite a few banks that are copying this kind of way of banking, and it's a brand new way of banking. And I think it's a great concept, and it helps me save up as well. So have a look through the app. And see if you like it or not. So I'm not actually going to go through the app with you because I did a shit job of it. I didn't really do it that well. So what we're going to do is going to go to the website where the website shows you the app, and see how the website actually markets the app itself, because it does a much better job than me and I did a shit job of it. So we're just going to go through the website. But before we do that, I'm just going to say to you that this bank is only available in the UK. So if you're not in the UK, you can't open a bank like this. However, there may be other banks which are open up in your country soon, which are exactly like this. And I'm going to walk through the 3 main things that you're looking for if you're trying to open a bank like this, because it may open up in your country soon. It's a brand new thing that's just arrived. So look out for a bank which is has these 3 points. All right. The first point is there's no brick and mortar shop, right? So you can't walk into the bank and then speak to someone about your banking needs by speaking to a person. The only way you can speak to someone is through the phone and through chatting online. So this way of banking is the brand new way of banking, right? There's no shop. There's just the telephone line and there's the chatting online, and that's how they keep your bank. There's no brick and mortar shop. Even though you may feel negative about this in the first hearing it, it's not actually a bad thing, because if the telephone line is 24/7, it's the same thing as walking into a bank. You know, there's nothing you need to do in the shop that's actually different from doing on over the telephone. So don't worry about the fact there's no shop. This is a really good bank that's just opening up these days, and you can talk to people 24/7 over the telephone. So that's good. The second thing is that you can use this card worldwide. Yeah, so it means that if you go on holiday somewhere, like Europe or Asia or Africa, you can use this card free of charge in any country. So the only charge that they give you is to convert the currency that you currently have to the currency of the country. So they don't charge you anything from it, and they don't make any money from it, which means that you can go around and use this card abroad in any country you like. So that's the main thing why I bought this card, because I love the fact that you can actually just walk around with this card and pay for things overseas. So this is a card where you can take on holiday with you anywhere on a holiday, and you've got cash that you can get a hold of just in case you need extra cash while you're on holiday. So it's an emergency card, and it works in any country. So that's the second thing. The third thing is that you get instant notifications when money comes in and out of your card, so you know exactly what's happening. So if you know exactly what's happening with your card, then if any transaction is wrong on your bank, you will know straight away because it's notified on your phone. So you don't need to be worried about something wrong happening on your account, someone taking money out or something wrong happening, because if all the transactions are notified to you through the phone, then you're always aware of what's happening in your bank. So I like that just purely because I like notifications that I've got £200 in my bank. £600 came into my account. You know, I want notifications on my phone that money is coming into my account. So this is why I've created this account and put money into it to save money. There's an actual fourth thing as well that I wanted to say as well. And the fourth thing I wanted to say is that all your transactions for this bank is grouped into where you spend the money and in what category you spend the money. So there's two different categories, right? There's the shop you spend it in, so how much money you spent in that shop altogether, which I really like that feature, and then the feature where it shows you, is that money you spent on going out and having fun, or is it on the groceries? So it categorizes it into what type of shopping you've done with that money. So I like that kind of feature to it. I like having to be able to see that in total and stuff like that. So that's the fourth feature of it. Before I just go into the app, I know I was speaking for a bit long now. The screen's frozen for a bit right there in front of you. But the last thing I wanted to say is, even though I've only saved up £300 so far, I've only got £300 I've saved so far. That's just the beginning of my saving, right? I've only started to get a handle of my financial situation. So now that I've got a handle of my financial situation, I'm showing you how I got a handle of my financial situation and how I got out of spending too much money in the last 5 years. Because in the last 5 years, I've been spending a lot of money, and I've only just started getting a hold of saving money. So I've saved £300 so far. Next month I'm going to save £400. It's going to keep adding up, another £400, and then I'll have a lot more money in the bank. So that's the app that I'm using now to save up some money. I know I haven't got that much in my account right now, but it's only because I've just started saving up, and I've got £300 that I've saved up so far. So I've only started to save, but you know, it's a great progress that I'm making right now, because in the last 5 years, I've spent 105 grand in the last 5 years. So right now, to end the video, I'm going to break down to you how I've spent 105 grand in the last 5 years, because I'm making 21 grand a year from a source I can't say, but I'm making 21 grand a year. So in 5 years, that means I've made 105 grand. And where is that 105 grand? I do not know where that 105 grand is. It's gone on my expenses. So now I'm going to break down to you where I've spent that 105 grand. So I do know where that 105 grand's gone. But money just doesn't just disappear. So this is how I spent my 105 grand, right? So I've got £25,000 in the last 5 years I've spent on rent. So every year my rent is £5,000. So in 5 years' time, that's £25,000. So £25,000 on rent. There's £25,000 on my direct debits. So that's also £5,000 a year. So £25,000 on direct debits. I'm not going to break down to you what my direct debits are. That's quite personal. So just know it's 25 grand on direct debits. So that's 50 grand altogether, right? 50 grand altogether. So the next 50 grand is things that I could cut down on. These are the things that I could cut down on, because maybe I'm spending a little bit too much. So I'm going to break down to you. In the last 5 years, I've spent 12 grand on eBay purchases, just buying bits and bobs here and there. It adds up to 12 grand. You know, this MacBook right behind me is £700. You know, so I've spent quite a bit on eBay. And in fact, I'm an eBay Gold member now. So because I've spent so much money on eBay, and in quite a short period of time, eBay have made me a concierge member. You know, a concierge member, which means every time I've got a problem with an order, I call them up straight to a person on the phone, and they answer within 20-30 seconds, and then they sort out the problem for me, and they're on my side. Because they know I don't mess about when I buy on eBay. I'm actually here to actually get a good product. And if I don't get a good product, then I'll call them up and then they'll sort it out straight away. And they're on my side at the same time. So they proper get down those sellers' throats and get me to get my return money back or an exchange. And they also let the seller know that the seller is a bad seller. So they're on my side, basically. So that's the good thing about buying on eBay. If you buy lots on eBay, you become a gold member, and they treat you really, really well, eBay. So that's eBay, £12,000, right? I spent £10,000 on 4 holidays. So I've been to East Bulgaria, I've been to West Bulgaria, 2 separate holidays, East Bulgaria and West Bulgaria separate holiday, and then Tenerife, I've been to Tenerife, which is an island next to Africa, class as Spain still for some reason, but it's next to Africa. So Tenerife is a nice island resort, and I also went to Amsterdam as well, because I used to smoke a bit of weed, and I enjoyed going to Amsterdam to smoke the best weed out there. So £10,000 I spent on 4 holidays. So at least I got something good for the money, you know. £105,000. I need something to show for it. So I've got 4 holidays under my belt. So that's quite an achievement. I've also spent £1,500 on a bed mattress. Now I'm going to show you the picture of the bed mattress right now. But that bed mattress cost me £1,500, and it's the top-notch bed mattress. Yeah, I can do all my sex on there and stuff, and it will come out brilliant, because the bed mattress is the top-notch bed mattress, and it can withstand a lot of pressure, and it's hard at the same time. So it keeps your back in the right kind of posture it needs to be, so you sleep like a baby and you sleep well as well. So a good bed mattress, I recommend you buying a good bed mattress, because you need good sleep, and it's a good investment to do. $1,500 out of the money that you get. It's a small price to pay, but it's an excellent reward, because you know you're sleeping on the best bed, and that's the best possible sleep you can get. You know, so good investment, bed mattress. I've also spent £700 on a social media training course, because I'm also moving from my last job for £21,000, and I'm moving to social media, so perhaps I could earn a little bit more than £21,000. So I spent £700 on a social media course, so I can train to do something else. I'm not a YouTube star or anything, so the YouTube videos that I'm making for you right now are just for fun, just a hobby that I'm doing, to just get more followers, basically, and get people to know what I'm up to. So I'm trained to do social media. I also spent £2,000 on my boxing machine, which is that way, and you probably seen my video already on my YouTube channel, where I showed you my boxing machine. I showed you how hard I punch it, and I punch it quite hard, and I give it about 3 punches a day. So that's a good investment to have as well, especially because that boxing machine, it lasts for hundreds and hundreds of years. Yeah, once you bought that boxing machine for £2,000, you can transfer it from house to house. You can get it repaired for a cheap price, and it lasts for hundreds and hundreds of years. So it's not just going to last for my lifetime. It's going to last for my children's lifetime, and their children's lifetime, and their children's lifetime. So it's something that you can buy, and you can pass it down family tree, and it will last for several generations before it gets way too old, and you just can't use it no more. So that boxing machine is I recommend if you like having a fight, if you like a bit of violence, like I love a bit of violence, getting a bit in the hustle tussle, training your right hook so it gets stronger and stronger, then I recommend you getting a boxing machine, because it's a great boxing machine. It's a great arcade machine to have. It's better than playing PlayStation games or just using your phone all the time. You know, so it's a great game to have. Real life game, you know, real life way to play the game by smacking and getting a score. So £2,000 on a boxing machine, and it lasts several years. So that's nothing. I'll pay £2,000 for that any day, and I wouldn't even sell it. You know, that's how important it is. I wouldn't even sell that boxing machine. So £2,000 on a boxing machine, £23,000 altogether on food and drink, because I eat gourmet food, the perfect food to get fit for the gym. And back in the day, I used to order a lot of takeaways as well. So I've been getting a little fat from the takeaways as well. So takeaways cost a lot of money, and that's £23,000 I've spent in the last 5 years on food and drink. So that's £100,000 altogether. All those costs I've told you is £100,000, and then the last £5,000 is spent on alcohol. I don't drink much alcohol, but I used to back in the day drink quite a few alcohol pops. I love alcohol pops. I love my whiskey. I love my beer as well. So £5 in the last 5 years I spent on alcohol. But these days I'm cutting down on alcohol because it's really bad for my fitness. So no more alcohol. So that £5 is gonna decrease because I do not spend much money on alcohol anymore. That's between me and you. Sometimes I still drink alcohol because it kind of like a reset button, you know. Press the reset button by drinking alcohol. So I like a little drink here and there. Never forgotten how much I enjoy the drink, but I try not to drink it and I keep it on a D-low. I don't tell nobody I drink alcohol. If I go to a bar or something, I'll be like, oh, order me a Diet Coke. Just drink a Diet Coke throughout the whole evening, and that seems to be all right with the friends I got right now. They're right with me drinking Diet Coke. I don't drink alcohol, and that's how I go about my day. You know, I just tell people that I don't drink alcohol, but on a D-low, I have a little sneaky drink here and there. But I don't tell anybody that, and I keep it on a D-low. So that's a good piece of advice to take with you right there, because you can just drink alcohol when you say you want to drink alcohol. You know, you don't drink alcohol when your friends drink alcohol or when anybody else drinks alcohol, or at the end of work. You don't drink alcohol because it's the end of work, you know, it's a Friday. You drink alcohol when you say you drink alcohol. So, you know, that's a good technique to keep around with you. Just tell people that you drink Diet Coke, and stay away from alcohol, you know. So that's my vlog for today. I hope you liked it, and if you want to stay subscribed to more videos that I'm producing, and keep update with the harshest life that I'm chasing and the money that I'm trying to make and achieve that harshest life, then subscribe to my channel by the buttons below the video, and keep updated with more videos that I'm producing, and stay tuned for the next time I produce a video. So bye bye guys.